Schuler 9211 coming at you with another duel. As you already guessed, Dark Magician deck, Dark Magician related. Now, this one is going to be regarding something specifically uh, negations. I want to prove that even though I might have a bad hand, one Dragoon is sufficient for most of the decks that have way too much negations. So this is why I always say hand traps are not good enough. Negation cards are not good enough. You gotta have versatility, and you have to have um, be able to go ways out of a negation. So I can show an example. Like they can negate one or two of my cards, but the question is not really can they negate two of my cards. The question is, can they take two negations back? You see? So most of my duels, I don't want to give a percentage, but most of my duels, when I negate a person twice, they lose. I would say maybe like 70-80% of the people I battle. The way that I built my deck, I'm able to take, I believe, the max that I've actually placed on my videos that you've seen, I'm able to take the max of 4 negations per turn and still win. And my maximum of total negations in one single duel, not a match, in one single duel is about 10 to 12 that I have recorded. So I actually placed one where a guy was negating me twice every single turn. Um, he was negating me once every time it was his turn, and then twice every time it was my turn, and I still won. So I want to showcase right now so that you can see what I mean. I make those videos not for myself because why do I need to show that if I'm already winning? It's like kind of like showing someone walking. Why would you show somebody else? It's for somebody that doesn't know how to walk, perhaps that they want to see the video. So here you go. So if you look at my hand, to be honest with you, it it is um, it is a good hand, and you're thinking like, yeah, it's an excellent hand. No, no, it's not. Nothing's ever an excellent or a top tier hand because your opponent can negate everything, right? So the question is, can you work with your hand the negations? Remember what I said? Can you take 2 to 3 negations per turn? That's why the majority of players, like, you can watch 100 videos, 1,000 videos, 1,000,000 videos, and no one will tell you the reality. They'll tell you most of the things, but reality is this. You can go ahead and comment underneath this video. Like I've said before, when you play your cards, are you ever wishing they don't have hand traps like draw Lockbird, Ash Blossom, Fake Veiler, Impermanence? Are you usually playing thinking, I hope he doesn't have any of those? Because when I play my decks, I always think, I hope he has 2 of them. I hope I get negated twice. Every time I play, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm always thinking, I'm hoping I get negated. I'm hoping I get negated. And I usually get my dream come true. I get negated. And guess what? My deck is built for that. My deck is built to go through all the negations and then chain still. So enough of the chit chat. See it for yourself. Let's see right now what's gonna happen, and you're gonna see for yourself some negations, and then the question is, can he take negations? Right, that's the question. So here you go. Activate, special, normal, activate, he negates 1. Then activate, draw, and then Dragoon. Now if you notice, I did the soul servant so that he can negate me twice, and to be honest with you, I was hoping I would get negated. I was like, I need another negation. Please negate me again. So I don't always get what I wish for. I'm hoping my opponent negates me twice, 3 times per turn. And I don't always get what I want. But the funny thing about it is a lot of players, when they're playing, they're the opposite. They're thinking, I hope I don't get negated. And that's a sign that your deck suck. That's a sign that you're going to lose. Because basically, hand traps scare you. And this is why I don't play any hand traps. Because my deck plays against the hand traps. You're playing one card at one ratio. And when they play a hand trap, they stop your card. But vice versa, like I always said, it also means your card stopped their hand trap. It's a 1-for-1 card. So I've been saying a lot of this stuff since June, July of 2020, which is, it's been past a year, like a year and 3 months or so, a year and 2 months. And you can go back to the year 2020 when I played this deck, and I've been saying it forever. This isn't a new thing. Hand traps are a 1-to-1 ratio. Just people are starting to catch on a year and a half later. And it's something that I've been saying for a year, more than a year and some months. So the question next is, okay, he used some negations on me, right? And you're thinking, oh, but he should be able to take one negation. Well, let's see. And then here's another question. What if he negates me again? What if he negates me 2 times? That's 3 negations. Can I take it? And then the next question is, how about him? Can he take some negations? Can you take some negations? Oh, let's see. So he sets face down. What do you think he set face down? If you haven't guessed it by now, it's because Dragoon's on the field. And you're gonna be like, oh, he has monsters. No, he doesn't have any monsters. He probably does. He just knows they're gonna be negated. So the question again, you negate, right? Can you take negations? Me right now, I'm hoping that he negates me again. But like I said, I don't always get what I want. So I attack, and then he chains. And then, of course, I'm gonna negate, because in case it's something that if my Dragoon gets negated and his effects are negated, he could get destroyed by everything, even a Mare Force. So I'm not gonna let that resolve. I'm gonna negate. And if you notice, he discarded another negation card. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 3 negations. So I negated him once, right? Count it. So he has 3 negations, but he chose to use 2 only on me. And you could argue and say, no, you're lying. He only used 2. No. He had 3, but he chose to activate 1. So get it correct. So you're thinking like, well, then how come he didn't activate it? It's his deck. Why are we telling him how to play his deck? We can only know how to play our deck. So I'm not telling him what to do. That's his business. If he doesn't know how to play his cards, that has nothing to do with me. So he has 3 negations on board, and he used 2. And I negated 1 card. There you go. His 3rd negation used, but he had 4 negations. So he finally negated my Dragoon like he wanted to. And let's see if he can take, like I said, let's see if he can take negations. So look at what we got face down. I got 2 negations. And you're like, no. Yes, you haven't seen me do. I negate with Dragoon, and when they try to activate effects, I just activate Skill Drain, and you have a 3,000 hitter. What's he gonna beat it over with? So he summons, he attacks, he ends his turn. So here's the question. He has 4 negations on the graveyard, but he chose to activate 3 only. So ask yourself the question, could you take the 3 negations? And then vice versa. How many negations can you take? How many negations can he take? I've only negated him once. Pop goes the weasel. I popped this card, and if he tries to activate anything, hey, I'm gonna negate it. And there you go. I just proved again, as I proved many times, negation cards don't necessarily win the game. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Versatility is a lot better. So when he played his card, when he Ash Blossom my rod, he used the card. He used the card a 1-for-1, but he didn't destroy my card, so I can just still utilize it to link. And I got Dragoon. And you might be thinking, yeah, well, the Ash is really it's a big deal. Is it really? Look at his life points. Is it really that good? What can an Ash Blossom or what can any hand trap do against Dragoon? Summon it or have it in your hand. If you're like 90% or more than 90% of the duelists and you have hand traps, if you want to be honest, you should recognize this. Having a hand trap versus Dragoon means you lose. Now, a lot of people don't want to admit it. Right, they don't want to admit it. But I'm going to be honest. A lot of the players that I beat, they have hand traps in their hand when I have Dragoon. Because the hand trap is not enough to win Dragoon. They can't hand trap nothing, you're going to negate it. And when you summon it to attack, it doesn't stand a chance. And if you set it face down, it's going to be popped. So popped goes a weasel. So there you go. That's just this isn't the only video I uploaded. This is the only video that I spoke about hand traps. If you want to play hand traps, go ahead. By all means, I like it. I like it that more than 90% of the people play hand traps because it makes it a lot easier for me. But when it goes backwards, people hate Dragoon. There's a lot of cards they hate. When you get people hating, it means their deck sucks. It means that monster kills them. It means they can't beat that monster. So you should come to a realization. If you're thinking you hate a card, it's probably because you can't beat it, because you lose, because you can't stop it. That's why your deck sucks. So you want to go away from hating cards and liking them. Why? Because the more they play it, the more you're going to win. So I like Dragoon. When people play Dragoon against me, it doesn't matter. Mystic Mind, it doesn't matter. Hand traps, it doesn't matter. They play Zeus, it doesn't matter. They play Nergitsu, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what they play. No matter. They play Skill Drain, it doesn't matter. They play Imperial Order, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. So just keep in mind, be cognitively aware. This video is just for those who want to increase their level, want to go to the next level, who question their deck, who are afraid of cards. That is a sign that you need to level up. Dark Magic Attack.